Welcome to Better, the podcast about doing better, being better, and leaving the world a better place than we found it.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast. I don't have enough hair to be doing that. My guest does, but I do not, definitely not have enough hair to be doing this thing. Welcome to Better, the podcast about doing better, being better, and making the world a better place. I'm Jay, and I do have a guest, which I'm going to get to in a second. However, I want to take you back in time a little bit. I used to do a podcast that we've talked about called Shit People Post. It was right when the pandemic pretty much was kind of, nobody really knew what was happening. And to fill the hours, I did that podcast. And it was basically where we talked about posts people made and then talked shit about them. And that was fun. But it also was kind of negative at times, so I stopped doing it. We did 2, maybe 3, possibly 3. I think 3. We'll call it 3 podcast episodes called Jay and Chris Save the World. And those podcasts were pretty popular. Everyone liked the topic. And the topic of conversation was always, what would we do to make the world a better place? Okay? It's almost like we were doing it for this podcast. Almost like it was like the pilot episodes for this podcast. So, since this podcast is all about doing that, I thought, why not bring back my buddy Chris, and we will do Jay and Chris Save the World. Again, part 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 4. I had to think about that for a second. That's terrible. May I introduce you all to Chris?
Hello, thanks for having me.
Of course.
Nice to be back, Father.
I know, right? We stopped, I guess the last one we did was in 2021?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, a couple of years. Yeah.
A couple more grays. You stressed me out a little bit.
Yeah, a few more grays. A lot more hair.
A little bit.
Yeah. Brown Jesus.
Trying my best.
Although I don't think Jesus would have been allowed to have tattoos. But Jesus can cut his hair, so you're on that boat.
And
Yeah.
he was brown?
What?
He was brown. That's what.
I guess he was brown.
Yeah.
You're right.
There you go.
Oof. Good thing we're not in Texas right now.
Right.
That would not go over very well. So we did Jay and Chris Save the World. And it is... So I want to say the last time we did it was April 2021.
Okay.
So it's been over 2 years. And it's Christmas time right now. So how did you find time to even do this? Because usually, you got 2 kids.
Yes.
Almost 3.
Another one on the way.
Getting close to
One
3
month.
kids. You have Val. Were you with Val when we did that?
I must have been, because it's almost 6 years now, so...
It's almost 6 years? Oh my god.
Time flies by when you're having fun.
I guess. I don't know. So how'd how's Christmas going?
Great. I was pumped when you called with the idea that we'd sit down again and chat, because we have so much fun riling each other up a little bit.
We do.
We share a lot of the same thoughts. However, it's really fun to debate things. So
Yes.
it made perfect sense to make time for this.
Yeah, of course. So I guess just because we're gonna, I think this was gonna come out around Christmas. I'm gonna expedite move it into the sequence here. So did you get? Do you buy lots of presents for people, or are you not a big present guy? Like I only buy presents now for Shauna. That's it. Because
I'm gonna say I'm a quality over quantity, maybe ish.
okay.
So I really pay attention to the things that you like, and then want to get a few of those things, so it's special.
Did you ever meet Jillian, who used to manage Stitches at St. Patel?
No.
Okay, so Jillian posted a thing today. Actually, I should look it up. I should look it up so I don't get this wrong.
Okay.
Just the thing you said just triggered me to remember this. So she posted, husbands, significant others, partners, take a read. My husband declares he has no idea what to get me for Christmas because I haven't given him a list. Wife tip, we share... Oh, that doesn't matter. So this is a favor for every fella out there, and then gave a list of 18 things you could buy the person in your life that almost every woman will take, right? So I replied, a guy doesn't need a list. All we need to do is listen. Shauna is going to love her gift, and she told me she wanted it without even realizing. A little listening, a little creativity, bam, happy tears at Christmas time. She said, you're not wrong. This is for the less attentive. I said, AKA the future divorcee. And she's like, well, let's hope not. So...
And I think we've gone through that throughout our lives where we probably pay attention more than some people.
Yes.
Doesn't always work out the best,
No.
but our intentions are always great.
Yes.
So
That road to hell is always paved by us.
right.
Yeah. I literally I didn't buy Christmas presents for anybody for the last 8 years or so because I didn't have anybody to buy for.
I've been really sad. I know.
What?
I said I've been really sad. I know.
You've been, oh yeah, because I didn't get your presents. Yeah. You didn't get me a present either.
Sal's.
Was Sal's a present from you? I feel like that's never happened. But yeah, so this year I had to I went full creative with Shauna's.
Okay.
And she actually told me what to get her before we even started actually officially dating. So I was like, oh, all right.
It's perfect.
Got it down. Yeah. It's actually 5 gifts in one. Yeah. Would
Okay,
you?
I'm excited to hear about it after for next episode.
Well, no, because this is coming out after. This will come out around Christmas, but they won't. It'll come out after Christmas. It'll be the Friday after Christmas. What did you get, Val?
I don't want to say
Why not?
because
It'll come out after
put it out there. I
Christmas.
don't want to put it out there.
What do you mean
However-
put it out there? Did you get it already?
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It feels better to when we get back to next episode than being like, okay, what did you get? How did it go? And we can talk about
We do one every 2.5 years.
it. All right. So she's pregnant.
Yes, very.
Struggles with all the things pregnant women generally would struggle with: moving, breathing, living.
Okay.
Everything. So often back pains, all kinds of pains. So social media, I'm a sucker for. It's crazy heater that every woman needs.
Oh, I've seen
Heats
that.
up. So I was like, well, every woman needs it. I probably should get her. She often complains. So that was one thing.
You're Ryan Gosling from Crazy Stupid Love. Remember when they were in the bedroom and he's like, I got the chair.
Right.
And I got all this other crap from, yeah, for sure.
She, being pregnant, was like, I do not want any clothes because it's going to make me sad. So didn't really do anything clothing-wise.
Okay.
She wanted a crazy fancy toothbrush, so Oral-B toothbrush, Bloodstone boots,
I don't know what that is.
just nice comfy boots.
Okay.
So those are the major things.
Those are the major things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. And you listened and you knew what to buy.
Right. She didn't have to ask for anything. I just took a note.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought when I read that. I was like, and I have heard that. Friends have told me, like, I don't know what to get my girl. I'm like, how do you not know?
On the flip side, it'll be interesting to see what Val gets me because she often is like, I don't know what to get you. And I say, well, I feel like I'm the easiest guy to buy for. Like,
Are you, though?
I like Transformers.
That's true. Yeah.
I like football. Like, there's a bunch of things I like.
I'm actually super curious to see what Shauna gets me, too. She's like, I'm going to warn you now, I'm a shitty gift giver. And she's so nervous for mine because she knows it's going to be, like, creative. And so she's like, I don't know. So I don't really drop a lot of hints
Okay.
because I don't really want a lot of things.
So let me ask you this: what do you feel about? There's old school couples that I just go pick my own gift and give it to you to wrap. I know what I'm getting.
That's
It's
so dumb.
100%
I don't like that.
What I want, you don't like that.
No, I like surprises wherever I can get them.
So and again, I think for us, we love surprising people, so it makes sense. But for the people that struggle,
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
that's good for them. So
okay.
I did pick a couple of things.
Yeah.
So here, being a Transformer fan,
Yeah.
there's a coin company in New Zealand similar to Armament, and they
Okay.
make special coins. They came out with a Soundwave coin.
Oh, okay.
I ordered that for myself, gave it to Valerie. It was like, you could wrap this up.
Okay.
That was one of the things.
I will say, I shouldn't say I'm totally against it. I'm not 100. Like, I think there's a time and place for it because actually, now that I think about it, that's one of the things Shauna's doing. So I think about it now, and I'm like, actually, wait. When she proposed it, I was like, oh, I like that, and then because of the nature of it, I guess it's a case by case basis. I'll say,
For sure.
yeah. But I'm
Kinda
just
cheating, but again, it makes sense for someone who can't figure stuff out.
Yeah, I'm just hella interested to see what she got me. I'm just like, presents are not the point of the season, all that. I know, you don't need to tell me. But I'm just curious to see because I think I'm a difficult person to shop for.
And I feel like Christmas time is tough for a lot of people to begin with family and lack of family or happiness or lack of happiness, depending where your mindset on things. Right?
Yeah,
So-
that's true story. True story. Yeah. But I'm so pumped for her face when she sees what I got her. I'm like,
And then presents Christmas Eve, like, are you traditional? Like,
we're doing Christmas Day.
okay, you get one present Christmas Eve and then the rest Christmas Day.
I don't know. No, I can't do that because if I give her one of my presents of the 5, then I give away all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Makes sense.
can't do that.
What'd you guys do as kids?
It was one present Christmas Eve,
Okay.
and then I think if I'm remembering this correctly, my mom let me scratch at another one on Christmas Eve
Interesting.
to see if I could figure it out because she knew I was going to do it anyways.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, it was like full on.
Okay.
It was all the gifts. Yeah.
Yeah, we did not get anything Christmas Eve, Christmas morning.
Oh yeah, that's
Everything.
torture.
The most fun though.
Yeah, I guess.
So now I'm really excited having a baby shortly to be able to go through it again because all of my other kids are teenagers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a gap there.
yes.
What is the gap?
Ella, my stepdaughter, is turning 13 in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Aiden's turning 14 in a few weeks.
Aiden's turning 14.
And Caleb's 17, turning 18 in a few months.
Damn. That's crazy.
It was a nice surprise to be having a baby. That was not planned.
No?
No.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. God, I don't even know what I would do at this point if I found out I was having a kid.
Well, it's interesting because we were planning out, like, we last year went to Mexico for the first time, hot trip together without kids.
Right.
And suckered into, well, maybe we want to start vacationing often, every year, at least once or twice without kids.
Right.
And we started stupidly buying into not a timeshare, but some kind of travel package
Okay.
where you pay a certain amount and you can go anywhere and it's all great. And we fell for it and we were like, let's do this. So we paid a bunch of money and then we find out we're pregnant and we can't go away anyways. So it was a great investment of money also.
I hate when that happens
Yeah.
so much. Best laid plans and all that, you know. I experience that with entrepreneurship all the time.
Right.
It's constantly like, oh, this is a great idea. And then like 2 seconds later, oh, crap. The most controversial subject we've had on the podcast so far, I don't know if we've talked about this before.
Okay.
I'm sure we have, is telling your kids that Santa isn't real from the get-go. So you obviously did the Santa thing with your previous kids.
Yep.
Are you going to do that with your newly formed child?
Yeah, and like we do Elf on the Shelf. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I'm familiar. My mom and
Shauna's
Shauna
kids
both do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually super fucking fun. Annoying half the time. The other half the time really fun because our elf is an asshole.
Okay.
So he pranks us.
Oh, okay.
So like I've woken up with marker on my face and
Oh, okay.
stupid elf.
Got it.
The kids love it. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So those things are fun.
This is the last year she's doing it, so I think she's doing the Santa ate the elf thing with the bones on the plate. I think to end it off.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm familiar. You know what's crazy is, you know, my mom used to be like a Christmas nut,
Yes.
and she does Elf on the Shelf, and she loved to entertain, and it's crazy because that's Shauna does all that.
Huh.
She's like, I spent like 14 hours decorating for Christmas, you know,
Jesus.
this year. Like I never do stuff like that. So it's been quite the adjustment. But the Santa thing, so you're totally Team Santa.
Yeah, and until I don't know what age, like 8, 9, 10, when it no longer makes sense.
I will not change my mind. I'm not Team Santa. If I had a child, that child would know that Santa ain't shit.
So there's different points of view on that,
Yes.
obviously. And I think the sad part is there's some parents that get, like when I was growing up, the crazy present was from Santa.
Yeah,
Didn't know any better.
exactly.
But then you go to school and then there's other kids that get a shitty present from Santa because that's what their family can afford, hypothetically.
Yeah,
That makes sense?
yeah.
So I think it should be a regular present from Santa so you know he's real. And the crazy presents from
Why
your
do kids
family.
gotta know he's real?
Because it's just the hope and wonder of believing in funny things. So are you also against the Tooth Fairy and
Yeah.
Easter Bunny?
I'm against all the lies.
You don't like fun, basically.
No, I love fun. I think it's okay to say, this is what I said on the podcast. I keep getting shit on for it, but I said, I would say Santa is made up as the representation of the spirit of Christmas. Other kids are going to think he's a real dude, so don't ruin it for them or else you're a little asshole. But I want you to understand that I'm not going to start it all. I think the whole world would be solved, all their problems would be solved if we stopped telling kids bullshit.
There's something, though, that goes with, like, believing in magic. Like, so
I'll show them Chris Angel.
hypothetically, like, everything's real if you believe it, hypothetically, to a point. So, like, someone believes in Jesus, you're going to be like, hey, Jesus isn't real because you
No, I don't know if Jesus is real or not.
You
I mean,
know, Santa could be real. You don't
Santa's not real. It was
You don't know
created
that.
by Coca-Cola in the 18... I think, let's be honest.
I feel like he was around before Coca-Cola.
Like,
Saint
Saint Nick.
Yes.
But have you heard the stories of Saint Nick before Santa Claus? Like, they
It depends which
buffered up.
country you're from.
They
and
buffered
you
up the reputation
eat
usually.
children. And
I don't know. I
bad
just
and-
think my personal belief is that you can still give a kid wonder and magic and all those things without lying to them.
Let's throw one more fun monkey wrench into your idea.
Okay.
So, there's many, say, Jewish kids when we're little that growing up, and they're like, I don't even get a Christmas tree, or hypothetically, like, they miss out on a lot of Christmas activities, right? And they are sad and jealous a little bit.
As it should be.
So, hypothetically, again, you taking it away from your kid at a young age. Again, I'm not saying lie forever. And I do think a conversation needs to happen.
What am
which
I
would
taking
be-
away from my kid, though?
You're like, there's no Santa. I'm right from the start. Fuck you, there's no Santa. Hey, little kid.
Fuck you, child.
Like, you want to go to the mall and get a picture with Santa. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
You can still get a picture with Santa. He's the spirit of
But
Christmas.
then the kid's going to be like, I don't want to have a picture with
Oh,
Santa.
it's not
It's
a
stupid.
gross old guy's knee.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good lesson.
Could be.
Just saying. Don't go sit on random old guy's knees. Like, there's... Have you seen it in Transcona? The guy's house on Plessis? And...
I was going to say, there's a Christmas house in Transcona.
Yeah. Just
Apparently
come...
it's amazing, though.
Great. But you're going into some dude's house who's dressed up as Santa.
Or
You're
the
taking your
Grinch.
kids there. Huh?
Or the Grinch.
Or the... Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I thought it was a creepy concept, and so did Shauna.
I don't know, again, I think there's lots of things that are creepy technically. I don't know.
Fair. So okay, so you are steadfast against my whole concept that you tell your kids Santa isn't real, and the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, and the Fairy Godmother, and the all these things. They're all fake.
I think
They're all nice stories.
kids and people in general, there's so much negativity and terrible things in the world, and people ready to shit on everybody and take away all happiness. So, like, to give some little bit of happiness for a little portion of their lives, why not? I don't think it hurts. And I do think when they're ready and they're like, I heard Santa's not real. I read something great the other day, actually, about it, because I've been thinking about this. And it was talking about, it should be a conversation, which would be, I'm going to tell you the truth, but once I tell you, you can't go back. And then clearly they're going to say, tell me the truth. Then you're going to say, okay, it's an idea. And the idea is, all this time, I've been Santa. And I've been doing it without wanting anything back, but just to make you happy. And it's just that spirit of giving. And that's the whole idea of Santa. So now it's up to you to continue. And you're going to, people that believe in it, let them believe in it. And it's a spirit of happiness and Christmas.
I will admit that's one of the better ways I've heard explained, but I still think it's bullshit. And the reason why I think it's bullshit is because I and a lot of people I've talked to, when they found out, were pissed off and hurt about their parents lying to them the entire time.
Yeah, that's weird.
You weren't,
No.
Ben? What'd you think?
I'm trying to think if I even remember, but I mean, I think I always had like an idea that Santa Claus would never.
Oh, okay, so you were prepared.
It was like, well, how is this guy coming down?
Yeah. Logically, it
skinny
doesn't
ass
make
chimney
sense.
when the fire is on and like.
Yeah,
When I was little,
no.
I didn't even have a fireplace or a chimney. Like, none of it made sense once you thought about it.
Yeah, that's the problem. I want my kid to think from day one.
So Val's idea is a little bit too far the other way, which is, as long as you tell me you believe, you get a present from Santa. So
Whoa.
it's never a conversation.
Just a world with denial, huh, Val?
Apparently.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I think you can give the spirit of the season, give all the lessons that come with it and all that without lying to your child. That's what I think.
Back to Santa House on Plessy.
Okay.
Not a plug. I've never been there. I don't know.
Yeah.
However, why is it any worse than going to mall Santa? You got to wait in line with 100 shitty kids that are snotty, and
It's for this-
forever. Hypothetically, hear me out.
Okay.
So you're waiting in line forever. You're still sitting on a weirdo's lap that you don't even know. You don't get much time. You get one picture. You go after. You're like, fuck, I was blinking. This is stupid. Right? What do you do? instead, you go to the Santa house.
You know, no, you go to some old man's house,
I don't know the guy. It could
some
be
guy's house.
right. It's old man at the mall, old man at the house. Either way, and then you get a package. There's multiple packages because I went to his website. You could choose Grinch. You could choose Santa. You could bring your dog with you, which is special.
Holy
Shauna would
shit.
lose her mind. I feel like if you
This
say,
Santa's you can bring your dog to.
yeah, but again, it's not at the mall. And then you get multiple packages, multiple pictures, digitally and printed if you want. All these things. It's a great idea. Someone came up with a great idea.
Did you believe Phil the Heat was a safer party than Bush parties?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a difference. It's regulated. It's
Okay.
it's in a supervised environment. It's in a commercial
Like, who's
space.
regulating the mall Santa? What are you talking?
Like there's security around, there's cameras. If some Santa tries to diddle your child at Polo Park Mall, it is going to be met with serious repercussions.
But like you have a kid and you go and you're at Santa house.
And and he diddles your child, and now it's your word versus his, and he gets off because he's Jolly Saint Nick. And he looks
Fair
like
enough,
Santa on
fair
the
enough.
witness stand. All I'm saying is, it seems to me like it's a creepy concept.
You know what it seems to me?
Like I don't know the Christmas spirit.
Your glass is half empty for Christmas spirit. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
my glass is fully full because of Shauna.
I thought this podcast was all about positivity and fun.
It is. I'm just saying that I think the concept is creepy about some guy opening up his house for kids to sit on his lap.
I feel like
He's not
Tooth
vetted.
Fairy is creepier. Like, why does the Tooth Fairy want your teeth? And as a parent, what am I supposed to do? There's parents that save their kids' teeth.
That's weird too. And I've talked about. I think that's weird. But that's your parents.
I feel like when we were younger, a couple of years ago, our parents like, "What did you get under your pillow?" And now kids expect like $10 a tooth.
It's insane.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Inflation's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, that's not real. Your tooth fell out. Throw it. Chuck it. There's nothing. I'm not giving you a present for knocking out something that needs to come out naturally.
So it's good that your stepchildren are of age now.
My
And
step-
you don't have to break their hearts and ruin all happiness.
I went to Sal's the other day with them.
Okay.
And the waitress would not believe they weren't my kids. And I was like, they're so short. Like, how could you believe they're my children? But no, like, she wouldn't get off. I'm like, I don't have children.
Were you generously tall from a young age? Or did
No,
you
I
go
was.
for it?
No, I wasn't.
See, so
But
it's believable. I'm just saying.
she's known me for 20 years. The same waitress that's been waiting on us forever, right? So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of ridiculous. I don't have stepchildren, or they're kids in my life that I treat with respect and I try to have fun with, and that's it.
I was poking fun.
I know.
Just because you're being mean about Santa.
I'm being mean about Santa.
Are you gonna wear a Santa hat on like Christmas Day?
Like this Christmas Day? Or like any Christmas Day?
Well, let's go with this one.
The conversation has not come up about me wearing a Santa hat. But if it makes Shauna and the kids happy, I will wear a Santa hat.
Perfect.
Not pretending like I'm Santa, though.
I feel like Christmas music makes me happy. Like
Christmas music? Yeah,
at work
Shauna's
every
always got
day.
Christmas music playing. We had it playing while we were doing decorating, putting lights up. We did the thing on top of the tree, and she's got Christmas decorations everywhere. Freaking her tree, like the fake tree outside that's got the lights on it, it fell down, so they come back, redo it all, and yeah, we did all that. We hung balls outside that sway in the wind, and yeah, I'm all for the Christmas feels. I rebelled against it a little bit because my mom was so psychotic about Christmas. But now, in hindsight, I really appreciate that she did that because she was, as a kid, you don't understand effort, right? Now I look back and I'm like, Jesus, my mom put weeks into Christmas, and really put in her effort. So I'm very happy she did that.
Christmas movies. You get excited?
Love Christmas movies. I'm a sucker for Hallmark. Yeah.
Yeah, Val loves them. I haven't gotten into it as much, but I am intrigued every time they're on. I have to watch a bit.
Like Hallmark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're my guilty pleasure.
But
I'd love to write one day. Yeah. I think those cheesy holiday tales, they can be, they get you in the feels a little bit.
And they filmed a bunch here, apparently.
All the time.
Huh.
Yeah. Solange, remember Solange?
Yeah.
She's in a bunch of them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see a ton of people, in those movies. They're always here. Yeah. And then of course the actual Christmas movies like Die Hard, like the real.
Gremlins?
I don't think I've ever seen Gremlins.
Oh my god. It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. and it's
Was it
like-
actually amazing, or was it like if you watch it today, you think it'd still be amazing?
Well, because it's from 40 years ago now. But probably around that.
Oh,
So, like,
they got to
animatronic
remake it, I guess,
gremlin
probably.
creatures probably could be done if they remake it way better. But
Yeah.
at the time, it was the best movie.
Or they would do it like Ninja Turtles and just make it super creepy
Right.
and you can't even watch it. That was terrible.
Yeah. The new animated one looks sweet, though.
New animated Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I'm not as like hardcore into that stuff as you are. That's where you're the bigger nerd. Yeah. So I don't know. I just I like all the Christmas feels. I just don't like the Christmas lies. That's all I'm saying.
At Christmas time, do you find, or when you go out and say with Shauna or your mom, whoever, and there's someone who's less fortunate on the street, are you more likely to have a bleeding heart at Christmas time? Or is it nothing to do with Christmas time and it's like, if someone's like, I want money, no, I'll buy you a sandwich, hypothetically.
The problem usually has been for me the only time I'm out is when I'm in a rush
Okay.
and I only have plastic. And usually when I see them, it's like on like at a boulevard or something, and I got nothing. But if I've got, this is year round. If I've got a sandwich or something leftovers in my vehicle, or if I've got like, even like a protein bar or something, I'll be like, sorry, this is like the best I've got, right? Now, there's the argument that if you're a truly good person, you would have change ready for these situations. The problem is that I generally don't go any further than either Polo Park and downtown,
Okay.
or downtown through Higgins and all that. So I see like 80,
Yeah.
right? So I can't give to everybody, but I don't think Christmas makes me more inclined to do it. I think I'm more inclined to. No, yeah, I would say it's about
What
equal.
about volunteering? Because I was like, maybe this Christmas I should take the kids and go do something so they appreciate life more. But then, is it right to only want to do that at Christmas time?
I think it's
Should
right
I want
to-
to take it.
I think whenever you do it,
anytime?
is any time is a good time.
But I feel like the problem is a lot of people at Christmas get excited. They're like, we're going to go work the soup kitchen. So you kids could see what people who have nothing feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see. I mean, as long as you're not videotaping it and putting it on your Snap or something, then I think it's okay to do it anytime, no matter what the reason. Just do it. I've always tried to do like bigger charity things to because I don't have a lot of time. I'm trying to fix that, but I don't have a lot of time, so I'm like, I'll try to do like for Fear, we did like 500 and something pounds of stuff for United Way.
Right.
And Slow Mission and all these things. So that's what I try to do. I don't really get the opportunity to go to soup kitchens or anything.
Right.
Maybe if I had a family, it'd be different. Maybe. Do you do it?
No.
No.
But I think about it. Does that count for anything?
I don't know. Does it, Ben? You can be the does it count?
I mean, they say that it's the thought that counts,
They
right?
they do say that.
There you go.
So evidently, based on that expression, you are absolutely in the right.
Love it.
I don't. Christmas for me, it's like one of those things where I feel like it's been lost. A lot of the spirit has been lost. Like the last few years have not felt like Christmas.
Yeah, and plus you don't believe in the magic of Christmas. So
Okay, I believe in the magic. I don't believe in the fat guy coming down the chimney.
I
That's
think
all.
the hard part, so even when I think about the need to go, like, it's less about trying to make yourself happy and making other people happy, and sometimes I just don't want to. And should I have to?
No,
Like,
nope.
you should live your life in such a way that, you love yourself and you're a priority.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's true, then again, why at Christmas time do I have to go do certain things I don't want to do? But then again, then you make a lot of people sad, so it's really a hard time, I think, for a lot of people.
It's one of those seasons that's been built up so much, and now I feel like, we got some snow now, but it'll be gone by Thursday. But hopefully, Shauna's all about having a green Christmas this year.
I was hoping.
I know a lot of people were. I've had enough green Christmases to know that something, at least for me, is lost in not having a white Christmas.
Okay.
It makes me more in the spirit, I feel, when it's a white Christmas.
I wonder you without the spirit.
What?
You without the spirit? I wonder what that looks like, because you're already bah humbug a little
I
bit.
am not bah humbug. God damn it! No, I'm. There have been years where I just literally just sit at home and do nothing.
You know what else I do kind of, like, again, a funny thing at Christmas or sale times at stores would be, all this price gouging that's happening now, especially with
yeah.
inflation. But like something will be on sale for $36, and then they'll lift up the price tag, and then it was regular $33, and they jacked the price to $40
Yeah.
to put it on sale for $36 to screw us all over.
They've been doing that for so long because I remember working retail jobs, and I worked at Chapters over Christmas one year,
Okay.
and they were like in November to like bump everything up $3 in the music department so that we can bump it down $3 at Christmas time, at Boxing Day and all that. And I was like, oh, that seems weird, but okay, I'm just a kid. What do I know? So I'll just go with it. But I think they've been doing that for, inflation, as we pretend that it is like this. I think that is impacting the Christmas spirit big time this year, because so many people think that the Christmas spirit's about presents. It really is not. Like, I don't do presents with my family anymore. We just decided so you're gonna give me something for $100. I'm gonna give you something for $100. We both could have just gotten this. So let's
Right.
cancel it and go to dinner.
So when I separated from my ex, and then the kids were little, it came to the point where it was, would you guys rather have a bunch of presents under the tree, or would you rather have a couple presents, but then we take that money and we go on a fun trip? And we talked about experiences versus like monetary things, and the value of experience in life, having fun outweighs, again, a present that, especially as a little kid, you're going to play your Legos for a bit, never use it again.
Yeah.
Hella expensive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we ever did a family vacation growing up. I think we went to Ottawa once, but that was like a road trip to see. Well, I guess that would count. But I think that's the only one we ever did as a family. That's weird.
a little bit.
Huh. Why did we
Did it
do
go well,
that?
or did something crazy happen? It was like,
Well, I was a
National
miserable
Lampoon
grump.
style.
I was a miserable grump the whole time because I had just gotten my first like serious girlfriend, and
missed her.
they took me away from her for like 3 weeks.
Was it Nina?
No, it was this girl named Leanne something. Henry? I don't know, whatever. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. But so I was a miserable grump. And I was also having massive sleepwalking problems, and I hit my cousin in the middle of my sleep.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. Maybe that's why we didn't go. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. That's why I didn't go. Sorry, everybody in my family. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just think Sean and I had this conversation about how the fact that the last few years have not felt like Christmas. And we're really, making an effort this year to make sure it does.
I agree. Like, my mom passed away a few years ago. Ever since then, like, because Christmas was, we go visit her and spend Christmas Day, because she couldn't drive, she couldn't leave her home. So it really hasn't felt that way. Now we started doing things for ourselves a little bit. So last year, Christmas Eve was a special dinner for Val and I, and then we each tried to make some cocktails, and that was really fun, right? And just hanging out, spending quality time,
Yeah.
not trying to spend $1 billion going out and doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're doing, we're going to, see, she's just got so many packed days, right? You got December 23rd with her dad. December 24th, she's throwing a big family thing, which my mom and my aunt are going to come to. My dad is going to Calgary, so that's good. I don't got to, do the ping pong thing. December 25th is her kids in the morning and their kids at night, and then, or no, sorry. I guess maybe we're going to do, I wonder how we're going to do it now. I think about it, because now the kids are going home on Christmas Eve night. So I don't know what she's going to do now. I got to talk to her about that. Interesting. I'll have to deal with that. But everything's every day is spoken for. So I don't know when we're going to do our day.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I like Christmas when I'm with someone. I think also my grandparents passing away and stuff, that ruined Christmas for me a bit, because they were always a big part of Christmas. So, but now, yeah, I want to go full in. And when we leave here on the 22nd, we will all enjoy the holiday season. We will not think about this place so much.
Huh.
Yeah, that's my hope.
Like the podcast place?
The studio, the office, the everything. Yeah, all the work.
Christmas dinner, does it need to be turkey?
No, it can be pizza if you want it to be. It can be pitas. It can be whatever.
Interesting.
It can be junk food for all I care.
Yeah, I'm burnt out from turkey, but I don't know about junk food. But
Well, I
feel like it should be some kind of sit-down dinner that's...
I'm so big into just a ton of little appetizer things.
Huh.
That's my jam now.
tapas style.
Tapa style is good for me. Because, you get bored eating your 20th plate of chicken or turkey or something, it's You're eating just for the sake of eating. Your taste buds are tired of it. But if you can just like pick at little things,
So we've done like prime rib a couple years.
that's good stuff. Yeah.
Some people do seafood. It's fine if you like
Seafood, interesting. Okay, I haven't seen that. It doesn't need to be turkey at all. Like it was traditionally growing up, but
Right.
I don't know. I'm not big on the turkey
Huh.
all the time.
Then Christmas party, you guys have a big staff one? No, Christmas party.
It is varied year to year depending on the spirit in the office.
Interesting.
This year, I feel like it'll be pretty contained and relaxed and chill.
Potluck style, or you cater, or what happens?
Just do like get food from a restaurant and
Okay.
yeah, and make it easy. Yeah. One year we did like last year we went to Hermanos and everybody got steaks and everything. Then we went bowling, and something felt really artificial about it.
Interesting.
I don't know what it was. Something just felt off.
Okay.
And so the best year we did it was when we did it here in the studio. We just had music and we had like a custom cake and we did like a bunch of cool stuff, right? Like in here, everybody got sauced out of their brains, and and that was Christmas.
There seems to be some fun games that people came up with, like to play at Christmas time.
Yeah, actually,
Win prizes and stuff.
Shauna just did that for her favorite friends or favorite things party. Like the string with the ball, you got to get into the
Right.
solo cup. They did the twerking one with the balls and the
Right.
Kleenex thing.
Hilarious to watch, or like played out after like 10 seconds.
Well, I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
It was all girls.
Okay.
But it was fun because I helped her make them. It was fun making them, and then like
Try it.
I laughed my ass off when she was doing the twerking one because she's the whitest girl ever, and it was just funny to watch. And then sorry, I didn't mean you're the whitest girl ever. But twerking, not a white girl thing. And then candy canes. I think her and her son did the candy cane fishing thing with
Okay.
the string again too. So and then I think at her Christmas Eve thing, we're doing the reindeer thing with the solo cups to get the marshmallows to pick them up, or
Okay.
hungry reindeer it's called.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of those. Yeah. I don't know. I think honestly, I think the podcast is called Better. It's about doing better and everything and being better. I think celebrating things is important.
For sure.
And I think like getting into the spirit of the season is important. Because we get locked into like this mindset all year long, right?
Right.
Just take a few days and just be happy, and try to spread that happiness.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's not enough of it.
There really isn't.
No.
Not even close to in this world. So presents. Do you go, or are you going to go overboard for something? Did you go overboard? You went overboard for your kids growing up, right? I can totally picture you going way overboard,
Again, it was
like second mortgage overboard.
no. It would be a trip. Like, so from a young age, it would be. They've done Mexico. They've done Dominican. They've done Florida. Like they've done all that stuff. Arizona. Like we've always gone on a nice trip instead of going overboard for presents. That was always my belief.
Right, that's good.
And then since then, now it's like, my one son's like, I want Jordan 1 something stupid. Like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even know what that means. And so I pull them up and they look stupid. And I was like,
Don't a lot of the shoes these days look so
$350
stupid?
Jordans that are going to last you for a year. Like, this doesn't make sense.
You're lucky if they're a year.
Exactly, right? Like, so,
And they won't take care of them.
so for him, this will be a surprise. So I got him Jordan 1s.
Oh.
But I went to the Nike outlet. It was like the luckiest moment ever. Found a pair where they weren't supposed to be and got them for much better than $350. So
Good.
I was comfortable getting it. But
Yeah. Well, there's
Maybe
there's a really great shoe shine kit called Refreshed.
Okay.
Should get it for him. And it takes care of the whites, it takes care of the dirt, it takes care of the sole, it takes care of it rain guards it, mud guards it, the whole nine.
Did you see it on social media? And you found
No, no, I got in Vegas.
Okay.
They're in the malls and they're like, "Hey, come here, your shoe's dirty. Let me help you." And they do, and like I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever." So the guy does my shoes. I look down. I was like, "What the hell?" Like they look brand new.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Preston, the youngest of
Okay.
Shauna's, she got him new shoes for his
Okay.
birthday. Instantly, completely muddy. So I brought the refresh kit over, and him and I did it together, and they look great. So yeah, totally do it.
We just got back from, as an early birthday present,
Mini.
Kyle took me to the football game in Minneapolis, Monday nighter. We're walking around Mall of America, and there's big fat slipper, but like made like, they look like shoes, but slipper shoes. Does
Okay,
that make sense?
you got them.
So I was like, whoa, they're cool Nike slippers, basically.
Okay.
That are look comfy as hell. So I got them for the kids because
For the
I
kids?
was like, that's really cool. Yeah, 100%.
You didn't get it for yourself?
I'm a furnace typically, so I don't need slippers.
Okay, yeah, I'm a furnace too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I would probably buy them for myself just for shits and
They
giggles.
looked cool.
Did they have pumps?
No, there wasn't the Reebok style ones. It was,
Pumps have always been my jam.
There was
So.
like Air Jordan ones or Nike Air Force Ones. Like it looked sweet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
excited
think
for my kids to open that.
I picture that being better than the big hats. Though I don't like those.
That's weird.
Those are so weird.
Yeah, there we go.
And then people get so mad at games because you like wear them and they can't see the game. And
Yeah, I don't know who started. Like
it was a Shark Tank thing. Shark Tank company. They came on and they did it, and then like 100 companies did it immediately afterwards. And
and then athletes started doing it for interviews. And
Yeah.
it was just weird.
yeah, I think they were paying them. I think the Shark Tank people are paying them to do it. So yeah, I don't know about that trend. That's not making the world a better place at all.
New Year's. So now we'll continue after Christmas. New Year's. Big deal? Not a big deal.
Not a huge deal. We're going to go to Radisson.
Okay.
We think, if some friends will come. I'm guessing you guys are not going out for New Year's.
No, so we've always done. I've instilled in the kids is you spend New Year's with the people that are most important to you. Not saying you're the most important to me. Typically, I always have kids. That
No
means
invite.
so kids are probably allowed at the Radisson.
Nope.
No, so we always stay home with the kids every New Year's, and then we stay up late and we get sparkling wine, and it's a big fun thing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think great. Well, honestly, I think Shauna will make a big deal out of anything if she can. You know, why as well, right? Why not? So maybe it'll be bigger than I think it is.
Okay.
But if we don't go to Radisson, I'm not too sure what we're going to do.
I feel like it's sweet for you because you live central to all these places that you talk about.
Yeah.
For people that don't, like it's impossible to get an Uber, cab.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, nobody should drink or drive, so that's
Yeah.
not even a conversation. But
Well, you can
So it's
drink
more-
or drive. Don't drink and drive.
so it's more annoying than to actually go out for New Year's.
Yeah.
Typically.
I can see that. Yeah, I'm a block away, right? So.
And you don't drink. So.
And I don't drink. Yeah, I mean, she, you know, she's
Fun
found that
police.
handy a couple times. What?
Fun, please.
Fun? I'm not the fun police. Excuse me, I facilitated drinking for thousands of people over the years, okay?
But you don't
I'm
like
not the
Santa,
fun
and you
police.
don't drink. So.
Man, I'm sounding like a jerk on this podcast. This isn't good. What are we at, by the way? We haven't even started talking about what we're supposed to talk about.
42 minutes.
We're at 42 minutes.
Almost 43 minutes.
Should we just do another 10 minutes about Christmas and then just do another episode about what we're actually going to talk about, or what?
Yeah, I mean, this has been a good talk.
I think we're going to just do Christmas. I think we're going to have to retitle this one. This one is not about Jay and Chris saving the world. This one's just Jay and Chris shooting the shit about Christmas.
Tobogganing? If her and the kids want to go tobogganing?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down to do anything.
Like, do you have ski pants? Do they make ski pants for tall guys? Do you have to get, like, triple XL ski pants from the Big and Tall store?
You're a furnace too. Do you do ski pants when you go?
I do, because I don't want to, like, I want to, if I'm participating, like, I'm all in. So I'm ripping down the hill. as
Yeah,
fast as
yeah,
I
that's
can.
fair. I probably,
I'm
yeah.
going to wipe out and get snow everywhere, and I don't want to.
I'd imagine that Shaq has ski pants, so I guess I could probably find some. I don't own any.
Okay.
Or I could do like some compression pants underneath if I need to, and just wear some like sweats, I
Then
guess.
you get all snowy.
Well, just shitty sweats.
Like, they're not going to get ruined from snow, but you get snowy, and then it's chilly. And then you're not going to have fun.
But if I
long.
got compression pants on, I
Not
shouldn't
gonna-
get cold, right?
Yeah,
Technically,
well, you'll still get cold.
because your body
That's
heats
something,
up, and then the compression.
I don't know. Try it out. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess
There you
we'll
go.
find out.
Let me know.
We'll see how effective compression pants are in the cold. Yeah, no, I'm pretty much down to. I think people that aren't down to do this kind of stuff, they really don't know what they're missing. I think they can make their lives better if they just kind of loosen up a bit.
So again, you go back to like all the things that were fun when you were a kid. If you let loose and do it now, it's still hella fun.
Yeah, yeah.
When you believed in Santa and you had fun.
No,
Exactly. Yeah.
Santa had nothing to do with it.
Okay. What about? There's
I'm never gonna live this down.
never. There's lights at the park or whatever, where there's a billion lights.
Zoo lights,
Not
or
at
whatever.
the zoo, but like by the X
Oh, like that. Well, that's a Canada.
Winter Wonderland or something.
It's Canada.
Have you been?
Yes.
There's like
I think I have. Oh yes, I went one year and they had a problem with their generator or something. So like half of it was out, so they just told us to go home. Yeah, it's the only time I went.
so anybody that knows this guy, he's grandiose in all his things that he does. Like if he does something, he does it well, which is a compliment.
Thank you.
You're making funny faces. So, what I envision though is you walk or you drive through. You could walk, but that doesn't make sense at this winter wonderland. And there's a canopy of lights. It's all romantic and it's hearts and beautiful. All I can see is you posting on your Instagram that you and Shauna under these canopy of hearts and lights, and it would be. Super
Yeah,
cute
we would
and
totally
romantic.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would totally do that. We were going to go to Zoo Lights the other day, but something we couldn't go for some reason. I think it was last weekend or something. We just didn't have the time to do it. But I think we'll do Zoo Lights over Canadians.
I heard Zoo Lights is fun.
Yeah.
Also, I don't ice skate because I'm brown. I'm sure there's brown people that do, not me. I've never learned.
Are there brown NHL players? I feel like
Yeah.
there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That's what I said. I'm sure there is.
yeah.
Just not me.
But just using the
However-
brown excuse seems weird.
Yeah. But it works.
We did an
Most
episode
people
on
accept
stereotypes.
it.
You should go check it out.
Most people accept it.
Yeah,
Either way, I
Okay.
want to learn how to ice skate.
yeah.
The ice skating path at the Forks sounds amazing.
Not
Sounds
this year.
romantic. Well, clearly not yet. But at some point when the ice freezes, that sounds pretty sweet. Go with your honey and.
I was
skate
actually
there.
trying to convince Shauna a couple weeks ago that we should go and get skating lessons together
Okay.
and like become boss skaters and then surprise the shit out of our kids one day.
And just go and hockey stop.
Yeah, come out of the ice. You know, I thought that'd be a lot of fun. She's weighing her options on that one because I don't think she's that into the idea. But yeah, no, I would do that.
Okay, if she doesn't, let me know. I'll do it with you, and then you can surprise her son.
Okay, I was like, I'm not
Hockey
coming
stop
out.
and spray
Yeah,
him
we're not
with
having a
ice.
romantic skate on the river. Sorry.
Well, we could bring the girls.
What are they gonna do? Shuffle behind us?
They could sit in the chairs and you skate behind and push them. You
Oh, is that a
understand
thing?
I feel like it is. I feel like I saw pictures.
Is that it? Here, you should look that up.
It's a thing.
It's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Can you show us what it looks like? Because I just can't picture it. So is it like skis in the bottom of a chair or something? Or
I'd imagine. Again, I've never done it, so
there's a hole in this floor that I just found with my heel,
do not fall.
and it's driving me nuts.
I
Okay,
don't know
so
what to search.
the Forks Winter Trail skating chairs.
Couples? Question mark?
What?
Couples? Question mark?
Couples?
I don't know.
Yeah. Do
Are we
couples
just
actually
looking
do
for
this?
like images on?
Yeah, we're searching for images.
I totally assumed you'd be one of those guys that uses DuckDuckGoose or one of those.
Duck, duck,
stupid-
go. No.
Yeah, they got these things right here.
So that's not a chair though.
No, that's for people learning how to skate.
But they do have like, oh, do you speak skate? I don't know. It doesn't look like they have any chairs. But I mean, like these things, they let the kids, like,
Right.
Oh wait, look! There's a picture below it. Two across. No. Like, click on that one again. The one you had up,
oh, I see.
and then go down. Yeah, there.
See? Something.
Okay,
So you can push people. There you go.
that's what we're doing. If Shauna does not want to learn how to skate, and the river ever completely freezes over, and we actually get this trail,
Let's do it.
okay, I'm down with that. I'm good with that. I think I'm gonna be a terrible skater no matter what, and I know I am not a brown guy, so that is really, really bad to say as a Canadian, but I can't skate.
Does it? But you're also ginormously tall.
I have my moments, yeah.
So like even in like if we go to a Jets game and you're looking the player that's ginormously tall, like there's a couple,
Yeah,
and it doesn't seem right because you'd assume that guy plays basketball, not hockey.
that is true. Yeah, it always is weird to see a ginormous person on skates.
Right.
Yeah, because it feels like it'd be unstable.
Yeah, I don't know how to skate, so I don't know. But
I mean, I imagine it works the same for everybody. You got a center of gravity, you got like whatever. But you're right. It does look funny, like because we went to a Jets game and there was we're at ice level,
okay,
and there's who's the really big guy on the Jets again?
Stanley.
Yeah, maybe. And every time he came by, I was like, this is weird. Like it just thought it in my head. I wasn't even trying to think it. So yeah, I agree with that. I agree. So because since we did almost nothing about being better.
Okay.
What do you think for anybody, regardless of budget, regardless of religion, regardless of all factors that could come up,
Okay.
what are a few things people can do that aren't in this Christmas spirit yet for next year, because it's going to air the week after Christmas,
Right.
that they could consider for Christmas to get into the spirit a bit more? What do you think?
Good question. I really think, again, like I'm so torn on this because I would preach to most people, you got to do what makes you happy.
Mm.
Like, you should come first. Because if you're happy, a lot of things fall into place. However, this is the one time where I'd be like, again, think of other people. And don't be so selfish. And think of someone else. And try to put a smile on someone's face.
Okay, that's one. Mine will be way less altruistic. Mine will be A Very Merry Christmas, Volume 1 and 2. Hilarious Christmas music.
Interesting.
I like those. It's got like Madonna, I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus, and it's like super provocative. And then you got like Run DMC.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No, it's all popular artists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like popular at the time, like Cyndi Lauper, Billy Joel, people like that. But it's all pretty much like a funny spin on Christmas music.
You're totally aging yourself right now. That's the best.
No, I'm just saying for the time when the albums came out. I think
Who's your favorite? I get it.
I hate 80s music, by the way. I'm just saying, but these 80s stars, I guess the albums were made in like 82 or 83 or something. I don't know, my mom would know because my mom played them every Christmas. But I generally hate 80s music, but for some reason these, I think because they're based on like...
Do you remember that song by like Band Aid or something? And it was like, do they know it's Christmas time at...
Oh, I know what you're
You know,
talking about. Yeah, it's on
like for,
commercials
like,
a lot.
Little kids in Africa. And,
Yeah.
I wonder if all that money actually went to helping anybody in Africa.
I bet you a penny on every dollar did. Or something like that, because that's how charity...
Crazy.
Remember, we were going to do a charity business, and that's how charities work. That's why we're going to do it. What's something else people can do to get into the spirit, to make the Christmas season better? That's going to be what we're calling this episode, making the Christmas season better.
I feel like it does sound fun when you're like, we decorated outside. We had balls everywhere, balls going everywhere. And I was like, that sounds crazy. But it sounds kind of fun to be a part of all these decorations.
Yeah, it was. It was fun.
It puts you in the spirit.
Yeah, it did put me in the spirit of the season, for sure. Yeah. Because we did it, it was just before December 1st, which felt a little weird to me.
Okay.
But it was right before, so I kind of let it go.
Isn't it allowed to, as long as it's after Remembrance Day?
That's what they say, but really?
That's too early for you?
Too early, yeah.
Interesting.
Especially because a lot of years I've done American Thanksgiving in the U.S., so it's just like, in my head, it's there, and I got to get past that first, you know?
What do you think that people could do?
I think people could stop with the presents and just focus in on the other stuff.
Right.
Because I think the presents are the worst part of Christmas, because there's so much weight and so much pressure to get it right, to spend money, especially in like families that are like, oh, he only spent $500 on me and I spent $750. You know what I mean? And then it's like almost like a burden throughout the year. And so I would say if you want to really improve Christmas, you're not in the Christmas spirit, just drop the presents and go all for like like experiences, right? Like going out to eat together, going to shows together, you know, going out and seeing the lights and things like that.
But should it be drop the presents, or like should it be drop your expectations? Because really, what you're describing wasn't.
Well,
Hey,
I think
shouldn't get you a present. It should be because you were saying like, oh, so
But-
I spent $750, you spent $500.
I would say that if you could do it collectively for people, but we're talking. But I don't believe that if I drop presents, if I drop the expectations on presents, I can make everybody in my life drop the expectations on presents. So that's why I'm saying I think just drop the presents, gets rid of the anxiety of it, gets rid of all that stuff, and then you just focus in on the other stuff.
Well, again, so we talked at the start of how excited we are to surprise our spouses.
Oh, I'm not saying it's for me. I'm just saying for people that
But like again, if you take presents away, that's like a big part of our happiness. That, like I'm so excited. To surprise,
I agree.
As are you?
I agree. I'm just saying that if you, but that's my situation with Shauna,
Right.
right? Taking presents away from when my parents and I and my sister stopped doing presents, I found that made our Christmas better because we didn't have to worry about all that crap.
There's some people that talk about your present that you're giving me, hypothetically. You're not allowed, like you have to make it yourself, hypothetically.
Yeah.
What if you had a rule like that?
Yeah, that's good. Hey, however you want to do it, just take that pressure of the traditional pressure away. I'm good with that. That's awesome. I made part of Shauna's gift. So, you
I don't know
know.
how I feel about it. I don't know. Like then I'd probably be like, let's just go out for Starbucks, and that would be just as good for me. Because what are you gonna make me? Like,
Oh, I went.
Tell me what you made because it's going to be after Christmas. So
Yeah, we'll be after Christmas. Okay, so she's big on the 5 love languages.
Yes.
So I got her 5 presents,
Okay.
based on each language.
Okay.
So
She's a hub of all 5 because usually someone's 1 or 2.
yeah, but at different times things apply, right? So she is. So let's see. So we got what are they now? The gift one.
Yeah.
I got her a reformer, a Pilates reformer.
Okay.
For the quality time one, I got a night or a weekend, depending on how we work it out, at Mariagi's.
Okay.
So it's like just us. For the,
Words of affirmation.
I'll get to that one at the end.
Okay.
That's the one
Service.
I made. Acts of service. I have talked to the kids, and we have agreed that once a month in 2024 we are going to do the deep clean, and she won't have to.
Okay.
Physical
touch.
Physical touch. We're not talking about that one.
Woo.
And and words of affirmation. I got a box that's going to contain a bunch of letters.
Okay.
And those letters will be for her whenever I'm not around and she's missing me.
Love it.
Or whenever she's sad, or she just needs to pick me up, or like there's all the different intents of the letter.
Yep.
And I decided, in my grandiose nature,
Okay.
that the first letter she's going to open will be on Christmas, and it will be the first time I tell her I love her.
Love it.
Yep.
Love.
That's what I did.
Happy.
So we'll see. I mean, I think she'll respond favorably. I've done some things like this, and not exactly like this, but like things that are to this scale before, and they didn't go well. So, but I think I know her well enough that it'll all be all good.
Yeah, I think part of our problems before has been we know this is an amazing gesture
Yeah.
for the right person.
Yes.
But we thought this gesture is so amazing, it'll turn you into the right person because I'm doing it.
That's it. That's what we thought.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. I've laid up at night thinking about this.
Right.
Yeah. And that was, I found myself being hesitant to saying things to Shauna because of my past relationships, and then she would say them, and I was like, oh, okay.
Amazing.
That's where I knew. I was like, that's where I keep. Our first FaceTime conversation was 9 hours. And I was living in Vegas at the time, like kind of living long vacation, whatever. And she was here, and we had that big long conversation. I found multiple times in that call that she would say things I was thinking but I didn't want to say because of PTSD from previous relationships. Yeah, it was really great. So I think she'll really like she might like the reformer the best, to be honest. But whatever.
Further to your note idea, which is a great idea. I love it.
Thank you.
I read about one that really piqued my interest, and it was every day, or you choose, like every once a week, we're going to write notes together. Like you write yours, I write mine. We're going to put it into this container.
Okay.
And at the end of the year, we're going to sit time together and read each one. And it was all about a great thing that happened or something we really appreciated. And so you could relive those moments.
I like that.
Yeah. Also,
That's very cool. I'm a little long-winded, so I feel like she'd be sitting there for like 3 weeks trying to read my letters. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that. We do. We have an app that we downloaded.
Okay.
It's like a couples app, so it asks us a question every day.
And if you don't answer, then she can't move on or something.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then it's also got a timeline for our relationship and everything, where we can keep a chronological history of our stuff. And this is the girl that I went on a first date. We did a photo shoot, on our first date, and we turned it into a movie poster. We got it hanging in our places, and she's down for this kind of stuff, which is great for me.
You know what I was thinking about?
Oh,
Your mom's house 7-8 years ago, we'll call it. She had a bunch of us over for Christmas.
mm-hmm.
She was in the apartment, so I
Yeah.
feel like. And we wasted the best picture ever.
We did. I actually thought about that too. We totally wasted the best
to
picture.
describe this picture is I was single at the time, unlucky in love, and not in my own Hallmark Christmas movie yet.
I did not know that I was unlucky in love.
I had a bottle of wine that I was very fond of.
Yes.
So there's a photo of myself posing very cute with this bottle of wine as if it's my spouse.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of you next to me or kind of in the background kissing your spouse all romantically.
Yeah.
And we posted this and everyone died. They thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to recreate this. However, I feel like it's probably poor taste and weird.
Well, we can't do it now.
Well, I feel like we could. But
No, but you can't be with the wine because you got
I
Val.
still love wine. It's okay.
I guess we
But
can. Sure.
again, is it poor taste?
Well, I just think that people will be like, why is he kissing the wine now? Because he's got Val.
Wine special. Huh?
What we
Val
could
won't be
do,
jealous.
is I could get Justin or an AI to Photoshop in Shauna in the old picture, and you got the wine, and then we do a new picture with Val and Shauna.
Interesting.
No, then that wouldn't make. No, I think we should not do it.
Back to Christmas.
Good,
getting
good
off
call.
topic.
Good call.
Because then now we're going to get into dating. And that's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
entertaining. But Santa letters. Did you write letters to Santa?
I'm sure I did
And,
when I thought it was real.
And you go and you mail it and you get a letter back and you're like, oh my God, this is the best.
Oh my god! And then I find out it's all a lie, and my whole childhood is completely null and void of
So
happiness.
What age do you think that approximately you were when you figured this out?
8.
Okay. And you heard some other kid be like, you're stupid. Santa's not real.
So if my memory serves me, it was me finding my teeth, which led to the tooth fairy, which led to the Santa, which led to the Easter bunny, and all of it. My whole world fell apart.
So your parents, or one of those parents that saved your teeth.
Yes.
What were they going to do with it?
I don't know. And then my mom actually said that after she listened to the episode. She's like, oh, why did we? I don't know why we did that.
It's super funny because I, as a parent, felt terrible. Like, first tooth, I was like, what do I do with this? I don't want it. And I was like, but like, am I a bad parent now because I don't want to keep this? What should I do with
Yeah,
this?
you're a terrible parent.
No, I threw it out every time.
Good. And you didn't tell them the tooth fairy gave money, right? You said it was me.
It was
I'm
all,
good.
no, it was the tooth fairy.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fun
This
and
guy.
magical.
Just lying to his kids all the time.
But that's why, like, Harry Potter is fun because, like, it's magic.
Yeah, Harry
Really,
Potter.
it's probably not real either, but.
Yeah, but you're
still
not
can
telling your
dream.
kids, let's go to the movie that's a biography. Let's go to the
But
non-fiction
then
movie.
you dream as a little kid, like, I want to be a
You can
wizard
still-
one day.
You can still dream about being a wizard without thinking that it's real. Did you tell your kids when they went to the movie, this is a biography of Harry Potter?
No, but I was like, imagine which house are you going to be in, and we.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it without them thinking it's real.
I think if you're like, this is totally fake and this is not real, you cannot be a wizard.
No, all I'm
Like,
saying
what's
is
the
that
point of
Santa
dreaming about
isn't a real person. And
You don't know.
I do
You
know.
suspect.
How? Okay.
Okay, maybe
There has been
the
no
presence
empirical
under your
evidence
tree-
to prove that this fat guy that slides down chimneys and drinks thousands of gallons of milk and eats millions of cookies in a night and flies in a sleigh
No, but those
with
things are
reindeer and a
for
red
parents.
nose, has all the presents in one sack. I don't actually know that he's not real, okay, guys? I'm going to be honest with you here. However, I feel like I'm not going out on a ledge by saying that he's not real. And therefore, I would say to my kids, I'm the one giving you the presents, but people believe in the Santa guy, and Santa is the spirit of Halloween.
Right.
So just, it's cool.
So let's assume your kid is raised to be a great human being.
Okay.
Maybe your kid could handle that, but like, there's some shitty kids that you're gonna be like, Santa's not real. He's gonna be an asshole and go tell all the other kids.
Repercussions,
and
baby.
ruin everything.
Repercussions. I think I'm not a parent, so I can't tell people I'm a parent, but I think a lot of kids do not have real repercussions for things.
So like, where do we draw the line of honesty to our kids?
you don't lie when they talk about Santa being real. You just
So like, what
is somebody
when
going to ask them a
doctor-
direct question? Do you believe that Santa is not real? Yes, I believe that Santa is not real. In fact, I know it because my dad told me. No, it's like
No, kids talk about it though.
just don't talk about it. Just don't engage
like
it.
if you take your kid to the doctor and the doctor's like, it's time for a needle. Don't worry, it won't hurt. Are you gonna be like, don't lie to my kid?
Yeah.
This is gonna fucking hurt.
This shit's gonna hurt. Life hurts. Get used to it. Wait till you pay bills. That's
Or
gonna hurt
you
worse
can
than a needle any
distract
day.
Distract and be fun. And you ever see those magic things where the doctor like puts on a little glowing thing and does tricks with it?
Yeah,
Distracts you. Needle. Kid
Needle,
doesn't
the
even
kid
know.
doesn't know.
See,
Yeah.
it's better than telling the truth and being like, hey, fuck, this is.
No,
great.
distraction is not a lie. Distraction is, trying to
I'm
take
saying,
the attention
you
off.
don't have to always come out and crush everyone's dreams.
I'm not actually, I don't think I would stand there and be like, it's going to hurt. You're about to die, kid. Nothing like that. But I'd be like, I don't know what I would do. I guess I would say, I would tell him, first off, don't lie to my child. And then, because why lie? Like, why would you tell him it's not going to hurt when it's going to hurt?
See, it's funny because
This is my problem.
I always told my kids, we're gonna go. You're gonna get a needle. It's gonna hurt for like a millisecond.
Good.
You're gonna make a bigger deal than it needs to be, and afterwards
Absolutely.
you're gonna laugh about it. But I was
Good.
not ever like, this is not gonna hurt. But also,
as it should be.
didn't want to make it dramatic. And,
I think that kids grow up watching parents lie to them constantly, and it, at least for me, it taught me it's okay to lie.
interesting. So you learned lying from your parents telling you about Santa.
Well, not the
Good
only
for
place,
you.
but people lie all the time.
100%.
And you know when someone's lying to you, usually,
Okay.
right? And you pack that feeling back in your brain and you just go, okay. You know, and I think that I really do believe that all those lies that we tell, which are well-intentioned, right? That road that we pave, I believe that leads to a lot of kids believing that lying is okay. And you can because if you can justify telling because if you think about it, if you really think about it,
Okay.
the vast majority of most children's lives are just lies everywhere. So you're telling your kid that you justified it. Why? What's the justification for all this? Because I wanted you to feel a certain way. I wanted you to know. I wanted you to have magic. I wanted you to not feel the pain. I wanted you. Okay. So then I'm going to go out as a kid and I'm going to be like, okay, I want to feel a certain way. I want this person to feel a certain way. So I'm going to lie.
Like, I get where you're coming from. However, what kid is going through this? At 8 years old, you weren't like, they lied about this, so now it makes it okay for me to lie. Like,
No, you don't. That's the problem. You don't
Okay.
recognize it on a conscious level as a kid because you're not smart enough to yet.
Okay.
Like there's emotional maturity you just don't have. So you start doing it because you monkey see, monkey do, and you don't even realize. Like half of the stuff that I talk about in this podcast, I didn't unpack until like the last 10 years.
I'm just unpacking it right now. I still disagree. I get what you're saying. I disagree strongly.
Okay.
Only because I don't know that you could put a correlation between that.
You don't think
Again.
you can put a correlation between constantly knowing that, like now you know the lies happened,
Okay.
and then you see more lies. You don't think there's a correlation between that and kids that just lie their asses off all the time? I think there's a huge correlation. I think you can't say that there isn't because that's the way the human brain works. Like that's how humans work, right? If you think about it, think about our time when we met. So to back anybody up, and then we should probably end this episode because it's way over. We met going to nightclubs.
Yeah.
Right, and going out in limos and doing all the fancy shit, and we were a big crew, and we'd go out to clubs, and everybody would get plastered. And what was our goal?
Meet girls.
No, what was our goal?
Smash girls.
Smash girls.
Oh, yeah.
Our goal was to smash, and so that behavior.
Stems from your parents lying.
No. I'm saying is that behavior was learned,
Okay.
right? We didn't come up with that goal on our own.
Okay.
And the goal of going out to nightclubs and smashing is pretty disgusting if you think about it now, right? So it's like it's learned behavior. It's everything we do is learned behavior. So if you spend 10 years, 8 years, whatever of your life where your parents lie their asses off to you and then they have to admit that they lied, and then you start to really go, "Oh shit." You know, and then as you grow up, you're like, oh, that person's for sure lying. Like that's a lie. I know that's a lie. That's a lie. Everybody's lying to me. At least this was my experience. I believe I'm not alone in this. Monkey see, monkey do. That's my belief.
Yeah, I think it just is a way deeper conversation. I don't think it really has to do with Santa. Like, so I get it. Lying is not good for kids and all those things, and watching your parents lie and like, where did the baby come from? A stork delivered you.
Like,
you came out of my
ridiculous.
vagina. You're gonna tell a 3-year-old that. There's a baby coming out of your vagina. What are your
No, I would soften the blow, but I wouldn't lie.
A little bit. Like there's.
I wouldn't lie, but I'd
I'd
soften the blow.
What'd you say?
I would say
Comes under your belly button.
your mom.
Where did it come from?
I don't think a 3-year-old's gonna be like, her vagina?
I think a 3-year-old's gonna be like, where do babies come from? You're gonna be like, your mom. I'm like, where? I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna poop out a baby. Like, what's gonna happen?
Well, that's what a lot of kids think moms do. They poop out the baby.
But
Right.
I get it. Like, so there's lots of lies, and I don't think that's what destroys society. Like these.
Oh, I
lies.
full on believe this
Interesting.
is the one of the biggest problems in the world today.
So what about? There's countries that don't have Santa.
Yeah, but they lie to their kids too.
Right. So it's not Santa. It's just not being a shitty parent.
Yeah. I'm not saying.
Hypothetically.
I'm just saying Santa is the embodiment of our lies as parents to children in this society.
Let's change your perspective. What's all the good things that come from Santa?
Presents.
That's it.
You get to sit and take the picture. You can do all that without Santa.
Because you like to sit on guys' laps. Okay. Anything else?
Why not? Good movies. A couple good movies have come because of Santa.
But I'm sure that, like, again, the belief in something that probably doesn't make sense gives some kind of power.
It's
over it.
okay to believe in stuff. I don't go out and call out every anti-vaxxer for being a moron in the streets. You can believe in things that don't make sense. What I'm saying is the lie is the problem. That's all I'm saying. How did this episode become about... This is literally, since I have said this, this has been all I talk about with people now.
Santa?
Is the fact that I would tell my kids Santa's not real and this lie thing. This is the first episode we did, and it's just continued on. I can't believe this is what everybody's worried about.
I'm curious, too, if you ask people that didn't have, or that don't have kids, if their answer would be similar, and it's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't lie to my kids. When you don't have kids, or if it's like the magic to see a kid so happy and believing stupid shit is so hilarious, but also amazing. That's
Did you just hear the sentence that came out of your mouth?
It's amazing.
I don't know.
But again,
Okay.
grown-ups believe in Jesus. Grown-ups believe, like...
Yeah,
is
but
that
Jesus
any
was a
less
real
crazy?
guy. His powers are what's fake.
Right. Like, did he die for your sins? And he 3 days was in a cave and came back? Like, does all that make sense? And people believe it.
Yeah,
Not saying it's real.
the
or not
fish
real.
and the 983-year-old
Water
guy
divine.
and the locusts and all of it is their stories. You know, he's like Religulous by Bill Maher, right? And he's talking to that Catholic priest, and he's like, "Oh, they're just stories. They're not to be taken literally." You know, and I think that's yes, 100% they're just stories. But you know, if my kid were like, "Was Jesus real?" I'd be like, well, not Superman Jesus, but like there's a version out there. You know, this is just people just saying stuff, you know?
Well,
I don't know. I'd be real, but I would try to find the ability to make my kid's life magical and better through other means. Like Superman. That is an awesome... I tell you, my kid would be all about Superman.
And you believe in Superman?
No, it's not that I believe in Superman. It's the messaging behind Superman that's really cool. But I don't have to tell my kid Superman's real. He's going to come down your chimney and burn your eyes out with his lasers for them to believe in
If
the
you're bad,
message.
maybe you will. And then your kid does
There
good
you
things.
go.
Then it makes sense.
It's not coal. It's your eyes going to be burned out with lasers. But they can believe in the message of Superman without having to believe Superman's real.
Right. Could they believe in the message of Santa without believing?
Yeah,
Santa's
that's
real?
what I'm saying. I would totally be all
But
about the
at
message.
3, you don't need to tell a 3-year-old. But like at 8, you could say, "Hey,
But if you don't say, but here's the thing:
Okay.
if I don't pretend Santa's real when they're 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, when they are ready, they'll come to me and say, ask me the question, is Santa real? And I'll sit down.
like at 3, when your kid's wearing his cape and he's like, I'm Superman." You're not gonna be like, "You're not," and he's not real. You're gonna be like, "Yeah, you are. You go."
But like, you embody that message.
100%.
You embody that
I want you to
message.
grow up to have confidence, and if you think you're Superman, sure.
No. I am just glad I'm not a parent. Let's just
It's
be
complicated.
honest.
It's complicated.
Of course it's
And
complicated.
Christmas is a great time.
Christmas is fantastic. I love Christmas. Her kids don't believe in Santa, I don't think. Shauna's?
You don't know. Do you talk like this with them?
It's not my job to be their parent.
No, you don't.
So if anything comes up that I feel like is not just regular conversation, I defer to her, is what I do. I'm like, that's something to talk to your mom about. That has nothing to do with me. Okay, and on that note, because how far are we? How long are we?
An hour and 15.
Longest episode of this show, and we
Love it.
didn't even
Love
talk about what we meant to talk about. We are going to... Do you have it in you to do one more episode tonight?
Yeah, we can do another.
Yeah? Okay. We're going to do one more episode, so this is going to be a two-parter with Chris, and we're actually going to do a Jay and Chris Save the World, because we didn't save shit in this episode. This is just, yeah,
Santa.
We saved... Hopefully, I've helped you save some children from being liars when they grow up, okay? Let's just put it that way. All right, that is it. That is all. Better is the podcast. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, because you could have watched or listened to any podcast of millions, and you chose mine. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Share it, subscribe to it, and I will see you again later. Merry Christmas, everybody. Don't believe in Santa.
Welcome to Better, the podcast about doing better, being better, and leaving the world a better place than we found it.